Okay, so this is the second video for the little hexy needle case, the instructions. So at this point you have your hexies all finished with the straight stitch around each little hexie. And now I'm going to get ready to put the backing on. So I've cut a piece of backing, and it's going to be the size of the inside of the hexies, because these little spots are going to get cut off. These two hexies are going to become this snap. So I've made two little hexies, because after the backing's on, these little hexies with the straight stitch are going to finish it off so the back doesn't look unfinished. So these two little pieces are set aside here, and they're ready to go on after I sew on my backing. This hexie at the end is going to get, they're all going to get cut off so that it's square. So the backing has to be cut. Let me just show you. A little longer. The backing is going to go on looking like this, right? So it's going to be a little longer than this piece, because I'm sewing the three sides on with the machine, and then this will get curled under and sewn on here like this. Okay, so it's good. Your backing piece has to be, you know, a little half inch, maybe quarter inch, whatever you're comfortable sewing with, and then it gets sewn on here, right sides facing actually. So I'm going to just iron this little piece that I've cut out so that it's nice and crisp. Oops. I'm just on my glass mat underneath for my paper crafting, so my mat's over here for the next step to show you, but I'm just going to very slowly get this ready. That's good enough. I'll be able to sew it or stitch it after. So now I want a pocket. So the pocket's going to be on the right side of my piece. So I'm just going to line up this little piece of lace with my fabric. And when I turn it over, I'm just going to pin it so that it doesn't move on me, because I won't be able to see it. It'll be right sides facing on the fabric. So I'm just going to pin this. Okay. And, you know, it looks straight to my eye. It's handmade. I'm not going to worry too much. Just as long as it looks good to my eye. You can actually measure to see that these are close enough. There we go. Because we're not going to sew across here. We're just going to sew the three sides. And this side is going to get turned under. So these two pieces are going to be my snap. So they're going to end up being on the right side. Okay, so because what happens is you'll fold this in. These two will get turned under, or they'll actually get cut off. And this is how your little snap pieces are going to look on here, see? So it'll look like this. So if you want the right side, this to be right side up, then you're going to have the two snaps on the left-hand side. And then, because you're going to pin this. Oops, I pinned the little tablecloth underneath. Let's just pin that. So your two little snaps are going to be on this side, and they're this color, right? And this will get pinned right side facing. So you're just going to lay this down, and you need a little extra on this side. So this is going to be right here along this square. And in fact, you want to sew in 1/4 of an inch past these little curves, because all of this gets cut off. I have a little piece here to show you. It's hard to do an explanation video without doing the work itself, because I don't edit my videos. I don't know how to edit, so I'm just going to explain, right? So when these pieces go down together, here's how they look after you sew them. This one could have been a little shorter, but this will get cut off. But as long as I know, I'll mark where I can sew in, right? So here's what happens. It gets sewn on the 3 sides, right? These 3 sides, these 2 pieces, this side's not going to get sewn, but you're going to want to fold it under so that you can lay it down on your piece like this, and it'll get hand sewn. And actually it's going to go fold this way because this is the wrong side. So you lay it here even, because these 2 will get cut off, but these 2 are going to be the flap. So I'll pin this and just show you how I do it, okay? So this will get pinned here, because what's going to happen is you'll sew this on after you turn it inside out. Right side's facing to sew these 3 sides, okay? And then this doesn't get sewn, only by hand after you turn inside out. So here we go here. I've already done that. I sewed the 3 sides. You'll see this one. This is where the my pieces will get sewn on after. See? I already did the hexies with the little straight stitch. Okay? And this is how it's going to look, because you've turned it inside out after you sewed it. So I turn it inside out and I iron it, because once I sew this by hand, this little piece here, I'm gonna just whip stitch it along here by hand, and then I'm gonna put these 2 little pieces on by hand, and then I'll do the last video and show you. Okay? So I'll do this, and then I'll come back with the next video to show you the finishing touches. Bye-bye.